decree of Ptolemy Lagides, the satrap. In the year 7, beginning of inundation, and the holiness of Horus, the youthful, rich in strength, Lord of the diadems, loving the gods, who gave him his father's dignity, the golden Horus, the ruler in the whole world, king of Upper and Lower Egypt, Lord of both lands, delight of our men's heart, chosen by the son of the son of Alexander the immortal, of the gods of the city Ptep, the friend. He being as king in the stranger's world, as was his holiness in Inner Asia, so there was a great viceroy in Egypt, Ptolemus was he called. A person of youthful energy was he, strong in both arms, prudent of mind, powerful amidst men, of firm courage, steady foot, repelling the raging, not turning his back, striking the face of his foes amidst their combat. When he had seized the bow, not a shot is from the opponent to flourish of his sword in the fight. No one could stand his ground, of mighty hand, nor was his hand repulsed, nor repented he of what his mouth utters. None is like him in the stranger's world. He had restored the sculptures of the gods, found in Asia, and all the furniture and books of the temples of northern and southern Egypt. He had restored them to their place. He had made as his residence the fortress of the king, loving the name of Amen, the son chosen, the son of the sun, Alexander, as it is called on the shore of the great sea of the Lonians. Rakotis was its former name. He had gathered Lonians, many and their cavalry and their numerous ships, with their crew, when he marched with his men to the Syrians' land, who were at war with him. He penetrated its interior. His courage was as mighty as the eagle amongst the young birds. He took them at one stroke. He led their princes, their cavalry, their ships, their works of art, all to Egypt. After this, when he set out for the region of Mermati, he took it in one time. He brought home their folk, men, women, with their horses, as revenge for what they did to Egypt when he arrived in Egypt. His heart was rejoicing on what he had done. He solemnized a holiday, and this great viceroy, seeking the best for the gods of Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt, spoke to him. His sidesmen, and the elders of Lower Egypt, the maritime land, called land of Buto, where To the king had an image of Tanaan, chosen by Ta, son of the sun, Karbash, ever-living, to the gods of Ptep after his holiness had gone to Ptep to investigate the literal, all in their domain, to go into the inner marshes, to see each arm of the Nile, that goeth into the great sea, to keep back Asia's fleet from Egypt. His holiness to his sidesmen, this literal country I wish to learn about. They spoke before his holiness, the sea land, the land of Buto is its name, was from old the property of the gods of Ptep. It was overthrown by Xerxes, who never gave anything to the gods of Ptep. Then spoke his Honus to bring to him the priests and archons of Ptep. They hastily brought them to him. His holiness said, I wish to know the souls of the gods of Ptep about this, what they did to the impious for the bad action he had done. They replied, the impious Xerxes had acted wrongfully to Ptep. He took away his possession. They spake to his holiness the king, Lord and Horus, son of Isis, son of Osiris, ruler of rulers, king of kings of Upper Egypt, king of kings of Lower Egypt, avenger of his father, Lord of origin of the gods, the being afterwards no king like him, threw away the impious Xerxes from his palace with his eldest son, making themselves known in the city say of Neith on this day at the side of the Holy Mother. Thus spake his Honus, this mighty God amongst the gods. There is no king after him, may he be bestowed on the way of holiness. I swear it. Then spake the priests and archons of Ptep, may your holiness decree, to give the Heral, the land of tuage, is called, to the gods of Ptep, with bread, drinks, oxen, birds. All good things, that it may be renewed in thy name for its donation to the gods of Ptep a second time, as remunerating the distinguishing action of thine. Then answered this great viceroy, let a decree be made in writing at the seat of the king's scribe of the audit to this effect. Ptolemus, satrap of land of Buto, I give it to Horus the avenger of his father, lord of P, and to Buto, the lady of Ptep, from this day and forever, with its villages all, its cities all its inhabitants, all its meads, all its waters, all its oxen, all its birds, all its cattle herds, and all things produced therein, what was formerly and its additions, and with the donation given by King, Lord of both lands, Karbash, ever-living. Its south limit is domain of the city Buto and Hermopolis, on the north against the mouths of the Nile. On the north, the downs on the shore of the Great Sea, on the west the mouths of the oarsmen against the downs in the east of the nome of Sebanus, so that its calves may be for the great hawk, its oxen for the face of Nebtoiti, its cattle for the living hawk, its milk to the glorious child, its birds to him in Sar, who, life his is, all the fruits of its ground on the table of Horus himself, Lord of P, and of Buto lady to the crown of Rahamakis forever, all which is given to the utmost by the king, Lord of both lands. Image of Tanan, chosen by Da, son of the sun, Karbash, ever living, and the gift is renewed by this great ruling viceroy of Egypt, Ptolemus, the donations to the gods of Ptep forever. In reward of this, for what he has done, may he receive victory and strength to his heart's content, so that he may always be dreaded as now by strange people. The land of Buto, whoever tries to plan its removal of any part thereof, let him be excommunicated by those in P, let him be cursed by those in Tep, that he may be in the burning breath of the goddess Aptaui on the day of her dread, with neither a son nor a daughter to give him water.